What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Mydei's character trailer, Wrath of Man. That title excites me. I'm excited to get into this right away. I'm surprised that it's his trailer rather than a Myriad Celestia that's coming out right now, but that is no big deal to me. It'll be interesting nonetheless. So I won't delay any further. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into this. He wielded the... Okay, that did not last long enough. I'll have to go back and read that. I'm already liking the vibe of this. Oh, I love the hard guitar. We're chugging. Very much feels like Armies of the Dead almost here. Single-handedly fighting them. Oh, this is great. Countless bloodshed.
Make your choice.
Make your choice. That keeps coming up. Interesting. Oh.
The day will come when your back bears the mark of your demise.
All of his comrades being slain. Make your choice. Third time that's brought up. Nicodor handing off the core flame, I take it? Yeah, that seems like what this is, but God, they're visualizing it well. Arrows won't stop him. And then facing off against Nicodor, against his ideals. Whoa! Fucking tearing his head off. Ooh, everyone climbing up. Reaching up towards him.
From now on, I am Strife.
Yeah!
Submit or die.
Nice. God, hell yeah. That is what I expect from a Mydei trailer. Alright, let's see what was said at the start. He wielded the fury of man to seize the authority of gods. Okay. I suppose this is describing the fact that Mydei is a king, or was a king. He led his people, the fury of man, the people of Castrum Kremnos. He wielded his own fury, his own hatred, and it eventually led him to where he claimed the core flame of strife. An interesting line because it paints his narrative in a very different way than the story has. His story much more was this contemplative questioning of ideals and motivation, where this implies much more of a warpath. Then we have, for the most part, the trailer just being this dramatic-ass fight scene, and all kinds of visuals align with that. We have a deep voice saying, "It's time. Make your choice." A line that gets repeated 3 times. There's this constant emphasis towards Mydei. It is time. You have to make a choice. Make your choice. Make your choice. Which speaks to me to the idea of, how will you lead your people? Will you inherit the legacy of your people, of the crown, of the endless bloodshed of Strife and Castrum Kremnos' people? Or will you abandon it in the eyes of the people of Castrum Kremnos and realistically Nicodor? Or will you be cowardly? Will you run away from this, your destiny? But with this first repetition, he is faced with a horde of enemies who rise up out of the waters beneath him. He fights them off well, not taking any permanent injuries, but it clearly tires him. And it's here where we have the second make your choice. But interestingly enough, this time it's him saying it. It's almost as if he's telling himself, you can't run away from this anymore. You can't ignore this. You need to make a choice. You need to decide, will you continue to inherit the will of your people, of conquest, of battle, of strife? Or will you make a change? Will you act on the discontent of this that you feel, the flaws that you see in this way of life? You have to decide if you will stand up for that or fall in line. We then have the fight continue, but this time, we see countless men following him into battle and dying because of it. He watches as his people fall, as the booming voice speaks. The day will come when your back bears the mark of your demise. Almost certainly this is speaking to the fact that the only weak spot he has is on his spine in a specific spot on his back. The only way that he will meet his demise is through a stab in the back. And this voice prophesizes that the day will come when your back bears that mark. The blade having been sunk into that spot, prophesizing that Mydei is doomed for death, and based on where the blow has to land, in all likelihood betrayal. After all, as the king of Castrum Kremnos, if he inherits that title, it is his destiny to be killed by that person who will succeed him. But even then, if we look at where things were left off, it also speaks to the potential of a future betrayal. He has cast off the title of king and the ways of Castrum Kremnos, choosing instead to bear the burden of strife himself, to defend against the Black Tide himself. But yet there is still that destiny for death, for demise, for a blade in the back. It leads me to think that it is entirely possible we shall see at some point Mydei be betrayed or caught off guard and fall because of it. And after that line, the voice once again says, "Make your choice." As the hand of Nikador reaches out, a symbol in their hand, offered out to Mydei. He claims it. It is the core flame of strife. He is overwhelmed by the sheer power and chaos of it all. But he manages to get it under control and becomes unstoppable. He rages through all of the enemies that remain, slams into Nikador, tearing his head off, and his response as he fully embodies strife, his response to "make your choice, and you are doomed to die," is "you talk too much." Perfect for Mydei as a character. Though he is one who can question ideologies and beliefs and what he should do with his life, he isn't just a blindly raging person. He is not the most tactful. His response to someone saying you are doomed to die and you doubt yourself and you must become king is "shut the fuck up. I'm doing what I want." But it's with this that his majesty as a demigod is shown. We get these shots of countless people reaching upward towards him, and as he stands at the throne he has constructed out of his own crystallized blood, or perhaps just the blood of Nikador or Castrum Kremnos, he lifts up the head of his dead god, slain by his hand, and as it glows, he claims his place as strife. "Submit or die," he says, which is very intriguing. It's much more aggressive and dark than where we last left him. He was much more emotionally sound when we last saw him. Perhaps this is speaking to what his time alone in Castrum Kremnos fighting off the Dark Tide will do to him, or perhaps it is something else. But it is an incredibly aggressive statement nonetheless. Perhaps it is speaking rather to the idea that he is now strife and therefore the ways of strife change with him. His ideals are different from the past. You must accept these new ways or be crushed. He has foregone the line of kings, embodying the fact that he is the last prince, and forcing the people of Castrum Kremnos to seek a different way of life. He recognizes that if they stay on that path, they will all die. That is a possibility as well, but that is what we are left with. Very straightforward, very aggressive, entirely Mydei. I really like it. It's real fun, the music was great, and I'm just a fan of it. But other than that, dialogue and narrative-wise, this is real light. Thematics-wise, it's all pretty clear, so I don't really have too much more to say about it. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.